Alright guys, welcome to a how-to video, kind of a tutorial video that's going to break down how exactly in the world do I want you guys to do these video review assignments. So we're going to be doing these throughout the year. This first one you have a week to complete, and that included Culture Week, but we will get into it in a bit. So I'm going to show you where the assignment is. I'm going to walk you through the directions, and then I'm going to break down the expectations and show you a sample of how exactly to do one. So if you're curious, if you're not sure, if you want to double check that you did this correctly, watch through this, and this should help you get through that and get it done. So here's the assignment. The points value is off. Don't worry about that. I'll fix that soon. You read through the video review expectations, right, because this is our intro. Read through the assignment in Video Reviews Week 1, and then choose 3 videos out of the 6, watch and review. Complete your review and submit it here in Google Classroom. So now let's actually go into and look at the video review expectations. So here's the Google Doc that should open when you do that, which, by the way, the best way to do these is to do them in Google Docs or on Microsoft Word, so you could submit the full file. If you already use Google Docs, great. If you don't know how to use Google Docs or want to know how to use Google Docs, later on today I will have a little survey, or today, you don't know what today is. Later on in the class I will have a little survey to ask you if there's any tutoring you might need help on as far as platforms like Google Docs or Sheets or anything like that. The only thing I can help you with is Excel. People that use Excel are spellcasters. So, what to expect? What are the expectations while you're doing these video reviews? So while you're watching, you need to take bulleted notes for each video. Alright, bullet points must include important information from the video, including like the author or the person who made the video, the main purpose of the video, and any relevant facts that the video is about. These are curated lists. I have seen these videos, so I know if you're using only info from the first 2 minutes or from the last 2 minutes. I know if you're misrepresenting the video, so make sure you use it correctly. And right here I have who uploaded the video, right? Author. These are just like samples, fill-ins. What was the video about, and then a couple of quick facts. These should not be full sentence facts. You can write sentences if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. But what would be better is if you did quick things, and I'll show you specific examples of that in a bit. After you've finished with watching the video at least once and doing the quick notes, you need to give a short summary and review of each of the videos you chose. All right, and I want you to separate them. So like video 1, you give me your notes, and then you give me the review, the summary part. Anywhere from 1 to 2 paragraphs, depending on the length of the video. It must include things like the author. You must include the arguments or reasons for the video being created. So, for example, if it's a John Green Crash Course video, the reason is obviously to teach people about U.S. history. So how do you express that? Well, you would talk about what he's arguing. Or vice versa, if it's a documentary clip, which I'll use those from time to time, you would talk about, hey, this is a documentary clip and it's meant to express the struggles of natives once Europeans arrived. Things like that. So make sure you have the arguments in there. And of course, it should be a short summary. Nothing too lengthy, but you should summarize the video. I should see the entire video summarized within a couple of sentences. And remember, this is an educated review. This shouldn't sound like a YouTube comment section. You need to answer this question every single time you're finishing out the review. Will this video help APUSH students get ready for the exam? So when you're reviewing the video, that is your main question that you're answering, right? So you say, well, this video was created by Crash Course, and it was designed to help students learn. And the arguments he makes are natives had great societies before Europeans arrived, and you continue along that path. And at the end of it, always make sure you say, I believe this video will or will not help APUSH students get ready for the exam because, and then give me a reason, right? It should always close out with something like that. You are doing a review, right? These are based on college book reviews. When I was in college, they would give us whole books, basically, like not novels because they were nonfiction, but they would give us whole books. They'd give you a week or two. Give me a book review. And you would have to write this whole essay about reviewing the book. We're not going to do essays. We're not going to use books. I think it'd be better if we do it like this. It's more interactive. You get to practice a little more. And you get to hear different voices talk about stuff we're going to be talking about in class. So, recommended pacing. This is just a recommendation. The first review, it only asks for 3. Over the course of the class, we will expand this a bit. There will be more videos to choose from. There will be more videos you have to review within the given assignment because they won't all be a week long. In fact, most of them will be longer. And on top of that, we are going to eventually open up a section where you get to add your own video, where you get to pick a video, link it, and use that. But that'll be a little bit later once we get our feet wet and we actually get into doing this. I'll have a write-in section, if you will, where you could choose your own video. This is only a lot of work if you leave it till the last minute. These are really meant to be watched throughout the week. Now we're going to go into the example video review, the example one that I created so you guys can kind of see what it should look like. And again, your review should have 3 of these. So here's the clip that I saw, right? It's a clip about Native Americans, American Indians of Texas, and it's all about Texas tribes. This is a short clip. None of your clips will be this long. They'll be about 5 to 10 minutes, more or less, give or take. This was a short one just so you could get the idea. So once you watch the clip, all right, you'll be taking these notes, and the video notes should look something like this. The clip was created by a group called Studies Weekly. The video is about Native tribes in Texas. And then here you get into your quick facts, right? Tribes lived in Texas before Europeans arrived. Comanche were late arrivals, didn't show up until 1700. The Comanche were hunter-gatherers and great fighters. The Caddo lived in the East Texas woods. The Caddo were farmers who lived in permanent homes and traded often. There is not a set number of bullet points you have to make. I'm not going to say I need 5 bullet points, I need 6. But make the ones that are most important to you as you watch the video. If you hear like a big brain idea, chances are you're going to want to write that down in your bullet points. If you hear a really good answer, a really important piece of information, or frankly, a really cool piece of information that you liked, put it in the bullet points so it's there. And make sure it's a fact and make sure it is a good note that can break down that video. Then comes the actual summary. Again, 1 to 2 paragraphs, all right? And I'm not going to read this for you, but I'll leave it here so if you want to pause and read it. But essentially, you're breaking down the video. How long is it? Who made it? What's it about? What's it for? And will it help? And then you're summarizing the video at the same time. So make sure that you do that. So I'm going to leave this up for a couple of seconds, about 5 seconds, so you can pause and watch. And read, I'm sorry. Okay, and final notes. Remember, answer the question and make sure it's as detailed as possible. Keep in mind that my example was shorter than what yours will be, so you'll have more information to build off of, more information to write from, more information to take notes on, more information to summarize. So it doesn't have to be as short or as brief. And it also means that you won't have to... There's like no information to miss in the video I picked for the sample. But there's things you can leave out of your videos because of how much longer they'll be. Just keep that in mind while you're doing this. Now, as far as this assignment, that is it, guys. This is due on Friday, which I believe the date for Friday is the 21st. So we'll talk more about it in class. If you have questions, message me on Teams or send me an email. But otherwise, these are due. This is how we're going to be doing these for most of the year. So if you need extra help or if you need anything else, let me know. Thanks, guys.